And here they are.
The Brick Twins!
So back to the Brick Twins, and today we're building test 40819, the Upscaled racing minifigure. This came out on March 4th, and it's the second minifigure in this theme that they're doing here, the Upscaled. They didn't make one of the pirate, but that was a Lego House exclusive. This is a really fun build. To me, it looks really cool with all the tiles, the legs, and that this racing minifigure almost stands a whole foot tall. So it's going to be a very tall structure. And you can also turn a lot of the functions on it too, like the legs, the hands, the arms, the head. And it just looks really fun. You can also move the body too, so you can have it sit down. There's a lot of different functions you can do with it. So you can trick your friend into saying, I had the biggest minifigure, and be like, oh, what are you talking about? And they show you this huge thing. So it's going to be a really fun build. Also that it's Octan. It kind of just adds to that old classic Lego theme. So we're going to open the box now here. One big instruction booklet here. This is of course the Octan portion. And then we have So we have 8 back in this set, and this looks really fun, and I can't wait to get this built. Upscaled racing minifigure, and this kind of got me to want to buy the other one that came out a few years ago. This is a really fun build, and a lot of it was brick too. You know, what everyone loves building with brick, just building up the structure. And there's a few different compartments to this set. The first one are the arms here, so the hands are used with these slopes. Again, a lot of brick, and there's also some cheese slopes to really round it out. This hand is connected to the main forearm using a 2x2 circular brick. And then the forearms in green, again, have a lot of green bricks and slopes to make the curve just right. And then that connects into the torso, which is very nicely detailed with a lot of the Octan stuff. This is its own 6x6 tile right here that has the zipper and some of the Octan colors with racing flags. And then this line right here has 2 real pieces, a 2x4 tile with the Octan logo, and then a 2x2 modified tile with like a slope. And then these is all fronted off with these tiles over here. And it makes that slope up on like a classic minifigure, or any minifigure. Then we come down to the legs down here. This is that part on the minifigure that the legs connect to, and you can sometimes take out the leg, but it doesn't really work as good. And then you can move his legs up and down. So if you want him sitting, enjoying a nice day at the park, you can even bend this up and down too, so you can have him laying down. And this part, the body can move, and also the legs. I can prove that to you because he can be standing up and then bend his body down. Then as we come more to the top of the build, there is the head. So this is the head itself with like a little, it is like an engine inside of it, and inside the main build of the head is funny, like a racing man. And then on the tiles in front to make his head now, all print piece with a little classic minifigure actually had a little bit of a scuff. So we kind of Lego, and we're going to be getting a new one of those, so that should be fixed. And then of course they use the classic racing helmet, and this can kind of move up and down a little bit, connected in by the Technic pins. And then all this up here is just using red brick pieces. That was very satisfying to put all those pieces on. So yeah, this is a really awesome build. But I want to put in some few poses real quick. So you can turn his head 360. It's a little scary. And then you can also move his arms, so you can twist his arms, so you can have it like that or like that. You can move his forearm. Same thing with this side here. You can move one leg up, all the way up, or all the way back. And then same thing with this. So they probably just took like the measurements they used to make a minifigure and just made it upscale. And you can also move that leg. And then you can move the body up and down. Now it's really hard to actually get this thing to be walking since there's no studs that connect it on. But I'm going to try to balance it here. I'll hold it. Look, he's walking. He's going to his car in the garage. And you can also move his arms to make it look like he's moving. Like say he's over there. He's looking over there. Maybe you can say hi to somebody. And there's a lot of moving features on this set. And I feel like that's really what makes it so much fun. They could have really just given us a Lego minifigure with no movements. But this is just so awesome. Now you truly have an upscale minifig that can do all the same movements as a normal minifig. This is a really awesome set, and I might have to get the other upscale minifigure and have it with this because they're both really awesome. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you guys so much for watching today's episode on the Brick Twins.